Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 28th to March 6th. I just wanted to let you know real quick before I start this reading is that I do have a little bit of a cold. So if I sound a little bit funny or different, it's because I have a cold. So excuse any sniffling or anything that you may hear throughout the reading. I'll try to direct my self away from the mic whenever possible, but just wanted to let you know that. Also, I've tried to record your reading like 3 times now, and I actually tried recording it yesterday, and I did your entire reading, and when I went to go edit the video, none of it got recorded. So, and then I've had to kind of restart recording a couple times before I got started. So I feel like there might be some interruptions or delays or blocks. There's something in the way in terms of your energy or something kind of, it's almost like something, maybe having a hard time getting something going, or it feels like there's some like energy, maybe there's an energy clearing, but there's something kind of being delayed or blocked, or you may be having a difficult time getting something going. So I want to look into this energy here and see what's going on for you, Taurus. I feel like you're kind of, it's like you're getting ready to shift onto something new, or maybe you're getting ready to launch something, do something new, different. I don't know. It's like there's a new path that you're trying to get on, but it feels like there's some blockages. There's something in the way. I'm also hearing like clarity, needing to clear the mind, having some peace of mind. It feels like there's a need to simplify things, like there's a need to find some kind of simplicity in your life, or simplify something, maybe something to just focus on. Let's see what we have going on here for Taurus for this week. What should Taurus know? What's the theme for Taurus this week? Take a leap of faith. Yeah. I think that you're kind of getting ready to jump into something. You're getting ready to jump into something that is actually very resonant with you on a soul level. But I think that there might be a bit of resistance to it because it may be something that you really love to do, something that really speaks very profoundly to you on a soul level. And I feel like it's something that has a lot of potential, something that you could do very, very well at. So whatever this new path is, whatever you feel a call towards, I feel like some of you are feeling like you have a calling towards something. It's like beckoning you. But I am kind of getting this sense that you might also be a bit afraid, because what if it doesn't work out? What if it fails? What if I do it the wrong way? Or there's a lot of self-doubt, I feel like, or there's this resistance to it because it's too important or sacred or precious to you, that if it weren't to work out, then what would I do, or what would happen? So I kind of feel like there is I'm hearing the word self-sabotage. It could be self-sabotage, but it could also just be, just trying to build up the courage. Like you're trying to build up this courage. You're getting through some barriers, some blocks. I feel like some of you are also trying to understand your barriers and blocks. Where are they coming from? Do I still need this here, or is it just blocking me now? And I feel like that message is coming up quite a lot in a lot of the readings, is taking a look at these old ways of protecting ourselves, these old defense mechanisms of protecting ourselves, and asking ourselves, do we still need this? Is this still really protecting me, or is it hindering me at this point? So I feel like that may be kind of a theme that's coming up here for you this week here. Let's see what we have going on for Taurus this week. Ace of Fire. So creative ideas, something that you're really passionate about, something. I also feel like some of you have found what you were looking for. Like you've been searching for something that really resonates with you. And I feel like some of you have really found it. I feel like there might be something about embracing it though, that is kind of blocking you, or maybe you're a bit resistant to. So it's not that you don't know what your path is, or you don't know what direction you're supposed to be going in, but there may be a bit of hesitancy in embracing it. and I'm hearing like wasn't allowed to in the past. So maybe like in your childhood or something, you might have learned that there was something that you really loved to do and it wasn't accepted maybe by the people around you, or it might have been something that you weren't allowed to do. It wasn't like accepted by other people or something. And then look at that. We have the World card that came out with the High Priestess as well. So this could be maybe like a spiritual gift of yours. I feel like there's a lot about understanding yourself, like seeing yourself in an authentic light. I think that you're going through a process of shedding a lot of limitations and layers that, may have been holding you back for like a really long time. You're healing on a very deep level. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with your career. It has to do with the life that you truly are meant to live. But there's something about owning it and embracing it and not being ashamed of who you are, not being ashamed of what you bring to the table or a gift that you have based off of maybe what other people may have judged you as, or maybe looking at you as. It's like you're keeping something close to your chest because you weren't allowed to express it. You weren't allowed to show it. So it's like you kind of kept it hidden, but now this path of yours is kind of asking you to show it, and it's making you maybe feel a bit vulnerable in that way. Okay, let's go into the Ace of Fire. What do we need to know about the Ace of Fire for Taurus? This is like a passionate new beginning, something that there's a lot of like creative ideas and inspiration that I feel like are pouring through you, and they're maybe coming through you pretty quickly. And I think that you're also kind of trying to figure out, how am I going to bring all of these ideas together? How am I going to, like, you may have several different ideas and you're trying to put the pieces together to see how you can either like create a business or like create this new path for yourself based off of a lot of the inspiration or ideas that are coming to you. Wow, look at that. So this is destiny. This is your time. This is fated. That's the fortune's wheel. And this is also a turn of events. So whatever it is that you're creating right now, whatever it is that you are being inspired, being called, being pushed towards right now, this is your time for receiving the abundance that you deserve, receiving the resources that you deserve, because you are on your aligned path. And so this is about you trusting that you're on your aligned path. And at some point, as you start walking down that path, it's not going to matter so much. This is what I'm seeing, that as you start kind of this journey, in the beginning, you may have this resistance. You may have these fears or all of these old blockages that come up, like these defense mechanisms, the things that we put there to protect ourselves from the beginning. That's going to naturally come up. And the reason it's naturally coming up is because it's like you installed a program. Like when this happens, when A happens, this program is going to turn on, because that's gonna be my warning signal, or that's gonna be my defense mechanism to keep myself safe. So what happens is that, and it just kind of stays there. So that program is just on autopilot. And then we grow up, we go through different life experiences, we heal a lot of things, but sometimes we forget that we installed this program at like 5 years old. So then what happens is that, okay, so now we're kind of returning back to this place where we're embracing our gifts, our talents or something. And so that autopilot, like that program gets turned on. And that's why we have these reactivation of these fears, these things where it's like, oh no, it's like this, it's just this autopilot, like defense mechanism that turns on. And so that's why you're meeting up, you're seeing this resistance. So I feel like there's something here about overcoming that or turning that off, like turning off that program, deprogramming it, because you're also kind of like learning, like, it's safe now for me to embrace this. You're relearning, you're reteaching yourself, reparenting yourself in that way. And by doing that, you're able to receive the abundance that you deserve, because this thing that you're doing, this path that you're on, is rightfully yours. It's yours to walk. It's yours to embrace. It's a gift. It was given to you for a reason. And I feel like that's just going to really resonate for like just a few people, but that's the message that I'm hearing here. But let's keep going here with this fortune's wheel. This is going to bring some stability in your life with the Four of Earth. It's going to help you create a nest egg. It's going to start giving you what you want. Just keep going on the path, because It's like you're just getting started. Yeah. So you're breaking down old ways of doing things, old structures, old ways of supporting yourself. And I feel like there's this new way that you're embracing. Take it one step at a time, because it's like you're learning to do something new. You're learning to do something in a different way. So something is definitely changing, but I feel like it's happening in your favor in the way that, you're going to, it could also be like your finances or your career. Something, the way you've been doing something is shifting and changing, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more in resonant with like who you really are, what you're meant to be doing, because there might have been some way, some approach or something that you were doing that might have been a bit unbalanced. And I feel like there's something coming more into balance, something that's more, I'm hearing the word like appropriate, or something that's more in alignment with where you really should be. What do I need to know about this Tower or Taurus? Yeah. So being very discerning, I think that you've acquired a lot of wisdom. You're understanding a lot of things about you. I think you've taken a lot of time to understand a lot of things about your life, and maybe why you've kind of made certain choices or decisions, or, how you got to where you are right now. And I think you're taking like this assessment of what needs to change, what needs to dismantle, and what would you like for yourself now. I think there's honesty here. There's more integrity here. I think that not that you haven't been, but I think that you are just kind of taking an assessment of where you're at and looking to see like, where can I be more? Where can I honor myself more? So this is definitely like this self-love journey here. Okay. What do we need to know about the Three of Air? So clarity about a heartbreak, or clarity about something that has let you down or disappointed you. I feel like some of you may have felt like you're misunderstood, or you haven't been really seen for who you really are. And I feel like that has left you to feel a bit isolated, or felt like you needed to close off in some way. And I think it's taking a lot of courage for you to kind of open back up. There's some understanding that you're coming into, that it's like you're understanding that closing myself off to even my own talents and gifts, or expressing myself, is only breaking my own heart at this point. But I feel like we might have done that in the past to protect ourselves, because again, we learned that something wasn't right, or we weren't allowed to do something, or weren't allowed to feel something. So I think that there's like this grace and compassion that you're giving yourself, or even like your inner child, or this version of yourself that didn't know how to like stand in your power. How could you? I mean, it's hard when you're a kid. But I feel like there's an empowerment, there's an understanding here that when I embrace myself fully and I stand strong, I am able to, it's like you're showing up differently. You're showing up more powerfully, and that's communicating something to the people around you as well. Okay, and then we have the King of Fire here, and then we have the Nine of Cups reversed. This is interesting. Something about a King of Fire and a Nine, I feel like this is somebody else. So the King of Wands, someone very confident, passionate, but the nine of water is discontentment, not being happy with something, feeling like maybe there's something missing. So maybe some of you are feeling kind of unsatisfied in a relationship with the King of Fire, or you're kind of like expecting something from someone who is the King of Fire. And it's like, I'm hearing like not showing up in the way that you expected them to, or there's something unfulfilled. What do we need to know about this? What does Taurus need to know about the King of Fire and Nine of Water reversed? It's like there's a disappointment, or kind of like not having everything that you wanted. There's like this picture that may feel like it's incomplete. I feel like this King of Fire is going through an enlightening period in his life. Like he's going through some kind of transformation. I'm really being drawn to that sun behind his head. So it's like he's being made aware of a lot of different things. His perception is changing. His like third eye is opening. His crown is opening. His heart is opening. He's going through some kind of massive transformation. But for some reason, it's like it's either leaving him, this energy. And it doesn't have to be male or female. It's just this masculine energy. So King of Fire. It's either he is unfulfilled or you are feeling unfulfilled by a king of fire. So what do we need to know about this? Wow, 10 of earth. Look at that. So this could be like like a partner, a relationship. It's like there may be some kind of blockage with someone here who wants like a long-term relationship with you, or vice versa. Like feeling like this complete picture. We have everything we want. We have this long-term stability and growth. What else do we need to know about this? 10 of earth. Eight of water. Walking away from something unfulfilling, emotionally unfulfilling. This is interesting. Okay, so I feel like here there's a relationship that resulted in a broken heart. So someone's heart is broken. Maybe both of yours is broken. But there's a healing that's happening here, and the healing is happening through an understanding. So maybe communication is required amongst both, opening up the walls, because there is like something that's weighing heavily on one of you or both of you. And I feel like it's a result of miscommunication or a misunderstanding, because it's like once the misunderstanding gets cleared, there is like this opportunity for a renewal, because there's something kind of unfulfilled about this relationship. And I think maybe both of you are feeling like that, and so like you're in search, both of you are like in search of this, searching for that missing cup. And I think you're each other's missing cup. But I feel like there's some kind of communication that needs to happen, or clarity. I feel like there's some kind of clarity, like opening up the walls and talking and clearing the air kind of thing. Okay, let's pick one more here. What else do we need to know about this for Taurus? Three of water. Okay, so there may be more people, there may be like other people involved in the situation. We also have the King of Water, and then we have the Temptation card reversed. So I feel like there is a deep level of understanding that's kind of happening in some kind of relationship dynamic. And maybe this Three of Water is about like there's multiple people in the relationship. This is not always third party. It could be that you're with a karmic or they're with a karmic or whatever that is. But this could also just be dynamics within like a group. So it could be an influence of other people around them, like friends or, parents or, whatever it is. Like there's this influence of other people around either one of you or both of you. And I feel like with this King of Water and with that Page of Air in this spread, I feel like there's this clarity, there's like this illumination that's coming in, like trying to understand the dynamics, trying to understand how we got to where we are and why we're in this place and how do we get out of it and what contributed to it. And I feel like throughout this understanding, there's also, I like this temptation that it's upside down, because this is the Devil card in the traditional tarot. But the fact that it's reversed kind of illuminates to the fact that there's something kind of being unraveled. There's some kind of attachments. There is this illusion that is being an illusion of control or an illusion of manipulation or deception that is being unraveled, and there's clarity coming in. There's like a truth being revealed. So there's some kind of transformation happening here within like a relationship where there's like truth coming out. And through that, it's like there are either both of you are changing or one person is changing and seeing things in a different light. Let me pick one more just for the heck of it. We have one more here. What is the outcome of this? Oh. Okay, let's do this one. Messenger of air. Yeah. See, again, so this is all about communication. This is all about, some kind of, so maybe there might be someone that comes in this week that gives you like some message or an apology or some kind of offer to communicate, have a conversation, something like that, just to understand. Okay, let's move into the world and the high priestess here. So there is something that is definitely coming to a close. And I feel like it's a chapter in your life. It's a cycle in your life, especially because we also have that Wheel of Fortune card here as well. So there's definitely something coming to a close, a major cycle. And it's highly spiritual. It's like this, something that you completed some kind of karmic cycle or soul contract that you came here for with that High Priestess card. What else do we need to know about the High Priestess? Or with the world. Taurus. I feel like a lot of you are really stepping into your spiritual powers as well. Like you're learning to embrace them more, or maybe take them to the next level, do something like expand them, grow them. What else do we need to know? Okay, we have the King of Earth. I feel like some of you might be also building something long-term for yourself. I feel like you're kind of building a long-term career, something stable, something you can really build your life off of. You're building a legacy. You're kind of like creating this legacy for yourself. And look at that. We have the Star card. So this is all about you shining, actually, is what I'm seeing. This is all about you shining. The Star card is also, wishes come true or having hope and faith in your dreams. But I feel like there's something here about allowing yourself to be in the spotlight. I feel like you're allowing yourself to be seen. You're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of hiding. And then we have the Queen of Fire. So you're showing up really confident. You're showing up, and there may be something that's like really creative that you're doing. You're really allowing yourself to shine. You're coming out of that hibernation mode. I feel like you're coming out of self-protection, and you're taking that leap of faith. You're trusting that this is gonna, by doing this is gonna take you to where you want to go. So you're really overcoming some major fears here. What else do we need to know about the Queen of Fire for Taurus? Look at that. Emotional happiness. You're also birthing something new, something that's going to bring you a lot of your wishes fulfilled, something that's going to make you very, very happy. And it's going to give you a lot of options and choices in your life as well. It's going to make you feel like that you have like your own thing, that you've really built your own beautiful life for yourself. And it's going to be something that you're very proud of. And it's going to be something that you see worth nurturing, worth growing, because I feel like you've learned a lot of spiritual lessons. That's what this World and High Priestess, cards are. This is, you've learned the lessons. That's why it's coming to a close, because you don't need to learn the lesson anymore. The universe is acknowledging that you have embodied the lessons, that you understand them, and you're ready to graduate to the next level. So you can trust that. Because I feel like sometimes we may think like, did I really learn the lesson? How do I know if I really learned the lesson? And it's kind of like, you can trust that the universe can detect, like, no, this, you've embodied this teaching. It's, you're ready for, the universe is telling you you're ready for this next stage. You're ready for the next chapter in your life. And I love that at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So again, things coming back into balance for you. You are ready to kind of step out onto this new path with all of those lessons that you've learned and kind of put them into practice. So all the things that you might feel like have been out of balance for you are, starting to level themselves out. And there's a lot being returned back to you that's rightfully yours. Yeah. Be open to receive, ready to receive, and let yourself be seen. Coming out of that shell, or coming out of hibernation, coming out of hiding, and allowing yourself to be seen more. Okay, let's go into your oracle cards here. Okay, a message from your higher self, Taurus. Message from Spirit. Message from the Earth for Taurus. Message from your ancestors for Taurus. I'm hearing that some of you may have had like family members that have passed on that are like coming in to remind you of like who you are and where you come from and all the things that like they're kind of like showing me, don't forget like everything that our lineage has been through and how much we have overcome, and that is in you, like that power, that bloodline is in you. So if you ever forget your worth, oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Wow, this is so powerful. So for some of you, I feel like some of you need to hear this, that it's like something that you're aware of, something that something about your ancestral line, or something that about your ancestors, or, generations that have come before you, maybe some kind of hardship or some kind of something that they had to endure. And they're like coming in and like saying, like, if you ever forget how powerful you are or what your worth is, like, don't forget where you come from. And that same power and like strength is in you too. So in case anyone needed to hear that. Okay, message from your future self. And even more. That's what I'm hearing. That same strength is in you and even more. Okay. Message from your higher self here. A journey. Yeah. Embarking on this new journey, there's going to be a lot of unknowns. There's going to be a lot of new things that you haven't encountered before, things that, experiences you haven't experienced before. But opening yourself up, your higher self is coming in and saying, like, open yourself up to newer things. Don't stay in a place of familiarity, because you came here to expand. You came here to grow. You came here to experience more. So allow yourself to experience more. Allow yourself to open up to the unknown. And you'll be really happy that you did. Okay, message from Spirit. A change in the wind. Yeah, things are definitely changing. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may be ready to just kind of like, I feel like some of you may even just kind of quit I'm seeing someone like just quit their job and just do something else. Like, just realize one day you're at work and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I think I'm going to go, and I need to go in this other direction. Not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that I see some of you you might find yourself all of a sudden feeling like you need a change, or you need to go somewhere else or do something else. Like, there's something that has run its course and it's no longer fulfilling you, or it's no longer, you don't feel connected to it anymore somehow. And that's okay. It's kind of supposed to be like that, is kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay. A message from the earth. Vulnerability. Yeah. There is something about you coming out of your comfort zone. There's something allowing yourself to embrace something you can do that you might have felt like is just safer to keep under lock and key. And I'm hearing from the earth here that you have such a precious gift, or you have something so valuable to offer. And it could just be your energy. It could just be your presence. Maybe some people just need to be around you, Taurus. Maybe you just, people need to get to know you. They need to know who you are, because you have such a healing and beautiful energy about you. So it's like, don't hide yourself. Don't lock it away, thinking that no one wants it, or no one likes it, or it's not going to be received well. Not everybody, yes, that's true. Not everybody's going to always understand, who we are, where we come from, or anything. But there are people that will, So it's like allowing ourselves to be vulnerable to that is going to help us receive, the support that we so desire. So, okay, let's go into the ancestors here. Dragon spirit. I love that, because this is so so in line with that message that I just picked up on about with your ancestors. Like the dragon spirit here is about knowing your strength, knowing your endurance, knowing, that fire that is within you, that your ancestors or these generations that have come before you are kind of all telling you, like, pull out that inner fire. You are stronger than you think you are. And if you ever forget, just remember where you come from. So that's going to really resonate. I feel like this is going to really resonate for some of you here. Okay. And then message from your future self, compassion. Have compassion for yourself for all the places that you have been and why you have done the things that you felt like you needed to do at that time. Why you maybe needed to take a step back, or why you needed to put something on hold, or have compassion for yourself and allow yourself to understand where the younger versions of yourself were coming from. And I feel like that is going to help you to release a lot of the old stories, not needing to really hold on to them anymore, and give yourself permission to rewrite a new one, to embark on a new journey, and just let the past be the past, and not really needing to carry that baggage with you. So a very beautiful reading, Taurus. You are embarking on a beautiful new journey that is unknown, but I think it's supposed to be. I think you're ready for this new beginning here. So let yourself be seen and let yourself shine. Seems to be the message here. Okay. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Taurus.